Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I am a man of my word. I have said it before and I'll say it again. After I reach 2,000 subs, I will make a Q&A. And normally I am not exactly a trustworthy person because of, well, so many instances that have happened, but I'm not going to mention it, but either way, let's continue on. There are some very questionable questions and as well as very simple ones, and I'm going to be going through all of them, even if it makes me lose my damn sanity. Yes, I'm looking at you very specific people that ask for OnlyFans. Why are you people so Anyway, I'm not going to be wasting any more time. Besides, thank you all for even supporting me on this very boring journey, because I went from a nobody that no one has ever heard of to, I guess, someone some people knew. Or no, I guess. Let's forget it. But either way, I'm going to be reading all the questions that people have asked, and I will do my best to answer it. So, this is also going to be very unorganized because I am someone that is not very good at organizing shit, so don't expect it to be very highly quality edited and as well as be very precise. So, I'm going on a random order in this shit, so without wasting any time, let's get into it. Are you the goat? No, I am a polar bear. Wow, how surprising. Will you do a tower raid review? I am planning on doing it on the future, but not at the moment. And finally what is your favorite Dying Light 1 or 2 animation? But I will commend Techland for having such a phenomenal animation team, because when they're cooking, they are fucking cooking with these animations. That is no doubt about it. So, anyway, what is your IP address? I live in Chernobyl. I hope that answers your question. Do you have a girlfriend? No, I am single as shit. I've been single since day one. Coaches don't play, okay? Coaches don't play. They always busy teach their players how to get girlfriends, okay? I give out the best relationships advice for free. Because coaches don't play, like I said. Which is your most favorite Dying Light 2 or Payday? I'm assuming that means, like, video? Yeah, I'm assuming so. There's a lot of them that I actually legitimately like, but I think it has to be the first ever challenge video I did a while ago. I think it was like about a year ago, if I'm not mistaken, and that was me trying to climb up the VNC tower without using any of the grappling hook and paraglider. As for Payday, there's a lot of them that are good. I think it would definitely be the very first challenge run I did, where I used no skills at all. And this was like before we had any of like the newer skills, if I am not mistaken. But then again, it was such a long time ago, and I don't really remember much to it. Well, good morning, sleepyhead. Congratulations on reaching a great milestone. My question for you is, what game, movie, book got into the zombie genre? Was Dying Light for your first love? And if so, what were trying... And if so, would you try planning on Dead Island 1 Riptide? Now, in my youth, God, I sound old just by saying that. Back in my earlier days, I didn't really play any zombie games. And you might be thinking, well, how the fuck did you came over with the zombie genre? Well, that's simple. Counter-Strike. Now, you might raise your eyebrow and think, how the fuck does that have to do with zombies? Well, that's a very good question, because it was modded, to say at least. I would play on servers where it was mostly about like a zombie survival or like zombie escapes. And if for some of you old head, which I'm presuming there are some, you would know what I'm talking about. Specifically the zombie escape ones through specific servers on 1.6. If you get the idea, then I'm proud of you. Good job. But yeah, I guess another game that really sort of inspired me or be in love with zombies in general, it would definitely be Left 4 Dead. And that's pretty much it. I didn't really grow up with like Resident Evil or like the other big zombie games that a lot of people know, like Dead Rising and whatnot. I just mostly grew up with like custom server-made zombies and as well as Left 4 Dead in general. That's pretty much it. And Dying Light was not really the first game I fell in love with. It was actually my cousin that should have showed me. So, yeah. And Next up is from a good friend of mine who happens to be my brother's fiance. I'm going to keep her name anonymous just for the sake of her privacy. If you had to pull off a real life heist with one of the Payday 2 characters, who would it be and why? Bonnie. Because she is a 2-meter tall Scottish alcoholic woman that does not, like, give two singular fucks. That is all I can say. That's it. If a game was made about your life, what genre would it be, and what would the main quest be? Well, considering how shy and introverted I am, I don't think much would really happen, but if I had to go through a fictional standpoint, it would definitely most likely be about someone who got bullied in some way, but sort of loses themselves and became the bully, if that makes sense. I know it sounds very cliche and like very typical Hollywood type of bullshit, but that's all I can pretty much come with my mind. Have ultra reflexes but terrible aim, or perfect aim but super slow reaction. God, that is okay. Terrible aim is something that gives me a headache, especially when I watch other people play, but perfect aim but super slow reaction, because if I can't aim shit, then what the fuck is the point? Next up is Nikki. What do you think of the state in Payday 3 in the period? Are you going to keep making content for the game if the game sees a drop of its updates? Do you like gachas? Have you tried Triple Z? I'm guessing that's Stanley Zone 0. Do you have pets? I'm asking for fun because I really love my dog Axel. Oh, that's cool. A Maremma sheepdog. That's actually really fucking cool. And appreciate the love that other people give towards these wonderful creatures. That's it. Thank you for you, and I hope college goes well. I'm studying as well as for other things in period myself. I just want to see success for the people that are around me, and for myself, obviously, it will be hard, but I gotta get work to it. As for Payday 3, it really hurts my heart, really. I'm just really depressed to see how Payday 3 is at the moment. I can't really say much because we know nothing what's going to happen. Because Payday 3 is in a spot where we know nothing what's going to happen. And it really hurts my heart because I care for this game. And if it dies right now, then it's really going to like hurt me badly because I love this game and I want to see it succeed in the future. But I will continue making content even if the updates stop entirely because it's one of the games that really made me be here to begin with, and I'm not going to stop it entirely. And yeah, that's all I can say. But my hope is the fact that it might come back. I am remaining hopeful to it, even if the situation is like very dire. What about gacha games? I hate them. I fucking despise them. What about for Zenless Zone Zero? It's literally. You know what? I'm not going to say anything. Have you seen the fucking character models for God's sakes? It's just made for people who are horny. Like, come on. Do I have a pet? Yes, I do, and it's a Rottweiler. I'm not going to say his name, but know that he's an old dog, and I miss him, because I have to leave him back in my hometown, and here I am in my capital city, and it's sort of sad for me to sort of leave him behind. So, yeah, that's sad. Favorite game of all time? Payday 3, but before Payday 3, it would definitely be the second one. How did you get 300 hours on Dying Light 1 pirated? You had. There were no updates, no events, and no multiplayer. Well, let's just say that I am someone who is very stubborn and I tend to stick with something that I love. It's almost impossible for me to let go of something. What kind of music are you into? I am one of those people where I don't give a fuck what music it is. As long as it sounds good, I will listen to it. Regardless if it's like hip-hop, rap, it doesn't really matter. I will listen to it if it sounds good. That's pretty much it. Favorite sport? Football. For fuck's sakes, I'm from the Balkans. Is that even a question? I am literally born and raised in the Balkans. Like, football is literally born in our blood, for God's sakes. That's pretty much it. If you can add 5 things in Dying Light 2, what would it be? Wait. If you can add 5 things in Dying Light 2, what would it be? Will you make videos about Dying Light 2 Beast, and will Dying Light 2 keep coming out after Techland's 5-year support is over? I also love the videos, so I'm glad you'll enjoy them. I don't think Techland will actually continue making more updates for Dying Light 2 even after 5 years, because I'm getting this general feeling from them where they want to stop, but because they promised they will continue for 5 years, they're sort of forced to do it. If I had to add 5 things in Dying Light 2, there really isn't much to add other than PvP. That's it. Or beat the zombie mode. That's all I'm fucking asking for. I don't care about anything else. That's pretty much it. And I will obviously make videos about Dying Light 2 Beast because I am fucking excited for it. I'm literally a schoolgirl kicking my feet up in the air every time some sort of announcement comes in about it. Are you a human? No, I am a polar bear. Now, seriously though, I enjoy your content because it specializes in two games I've spent tons of time on since their individual releases, Dying Light 2 and Payday 3. Generally gives me a new experience when watching your videos, expecting one or the other, especially since certain videos are different than what I have seen, Red Archer Life or Nolly, such as the recent Gun tier list. Hopefully, your college education can be fruitful and obvious, so you don't need people to tell you take your time on videos, relax, get some fresh air every now and then. Anyways, are you human? No, I am not. Thank you. The only reason I don't really make videos, I know this is not a question, but I sort of want to go a little bit off topic, but the only reason I don't really talk shit about Payday 3 in general is because everybody has done it, for fuck's sakes. Like, sure, I am someone that is greedy for money, I'll be honest, but I am not that greedy to the point where I will jump into the rabbit hole where everyone has already fucking done it. Because I am not those people. You have Nolly and Red Archer Live, I'm not calling them out, but I'm just saying that they say that, oh, I'm optimistic about the game, and they spend like 20 minutes talking shit about the game. It's just like, are you really that fucking optimistic? No, you're not. And then there's me, which I don't shove my finger onto a hole where it doesn't need to be in. So, yeah, anyway. Next up is, who is your favorite Payday 2 playable character? Bodhi. Because his voice actor is such an amazing person. Like, he does such a fantastic job. Much love, Rando. Hello, Kelp, or Caleb. It's good to see you, and thank you for being with me. Do you like banana? Yes. Oh god, this fucking question. Hello, Mr. Skibbity Brainrot. Had you / have girlfriend? No, I've been single since day one. What the fuck are these questions? Why don't you activate Windows? Because I don't fucking want to. That's it. Next up is... You already answered this question, but I'd love to have a more nuanced answer. Which game do you prefer, Dying Light or Dying Light 1 or 2? I think Dying Light 2 is way too overhated. It smells better than the first one. The parkour and combat feels much better. I wish more people would notice and appreciate its amazing mechanics. The second one, always, because it's the game that literally made my channel grow here. And let's be honest, every single fan base will always be divided when there's a sequel. We can't really do anything about it. Especially Reddit. God, do not enter Reddit, because that's the last thing you should be doing. Where are you gonna unleash the beast? I don't fucking know. When Techland does it. OnlyFans win. I swear to fucking god, what is wrong with you people? No! I already showed my hand as an April Fool's joke, and some of you were horny for it. One comment in particular literally said, choke me daddy. Like, no. There's a reason I'm hiding myself from all of you. Like, good grief. I have a genuine question. Why did you marry the Hello Kitty girl? I did not marry no one, man. What the fuck are you on about? I do have a genuine question, though. If a massive game company like Bethesda, From Software, and Ubisoft offered to publish your game and help develop for the rights and franchise and future updates, would you take the deal? If I have the full ownership of the game, then yes, I would take the ownership. But if they take the ownership, then no. Firstly, it's Ubisoft and Bethesda. I'd rather go fucking bury myself in hot water or in acid rather than give my game to those people. For some of you that don't know, I actually want to develop my own little game. It's a huge inspiration to the Prototype franchise before Activision decided to be a greedy degenerates and just pull the plug in. So yeah, I don't know when this game is going to even be made, because the only thing that exists is on my notes, and that's it. Where are the bodies buried? It's in Albuquerque, New Mexico, United States. That should help you out. Or somewhere around there. Next up we have is, what features from Dying Light 2 would you want to see in the Beast? There really isn't a lot of features that would come, actually. Other than... I can't really think much, honestly. Besides maybe the factions, if, and it's a huge if it got reworked in a much more better way. Thank you for your hard work on Payday 3 and in-depth guide. There are so many stuff that I get confused about Payday 3. I have to see more Payday content coming down the line with the skill rework in Number 2.0. I will talk about those features that will come in the future. So, yeah. Next up is Doc Dingus, a really good YouTuber. I highly suggest checking out their channel as well as their videos. Their videos mostly are on like comparison videos between Payday 1 or the heist, whatever you want to call it, all the way up to Payday 3. And their newer video is going to be about comparing the First World Bank all the way from the beginning and to Payday 3. Go check out the channel and as well as their videos. Pretty cool person. Thanks for the high quality Payday content, my dude. If you pick, who would you say your favorite heister would be? Dallas. The American man himself. Always Dallas and forever Dallas. Even though Bodhi is my #1 favorite character in Payday 2, if I had to pick one throughout the entire franchise, it would definitely be Dallas. No one else. Would you rather Techland have given up the Dying Light 2's 5-year support plan from the very start and developed something else at a much more quicker pace, or are you happy with the way they have done? I am happy with the way they have done because Techland is one of those developers where, sure, they're a little bit questionable at best with their certain, like, decisions, but overall, I'd say they're a really good company where they do love their game the most. And with how the game is right now, I do genuinely believe that they should probably just continue with the way it is. I believe that the only complaint about Dying Light 2 is like they did use generated like map layout or like map creation to make their new maps. That's fucking Microsoft team, I swear to God. Anyway, back to my point. I don't think they really would be. I don't think I would like them to start from scratch. I'm happy with how the game is at the moment. What is the most technologically advanced thing you want to see in Dying Light the Beast? For example, what I meant is something like zombies ecosystem, one feeding off another, yada yada yada. I don't think this is really technologically advanced, but if you know Far Cry 2, specifically being like how fire spreads out. For some of you that don't know, in Far Cry 2, whenever you throw something that is like fire, the fire itself would actually spread to other grass and as well as trees, no matter where. And I would also love it where there would be like some sort of a wind system in the game. And if the paraglider comes back in Dying Light the Beast, I would like it where every day, like, the wind would sort of push you in a very specific way. And I would also love it where we could, like, chop down trees and use it as our advantage, like, place some fucking explosives and use it to crush someone's head off or some shit. That would be really fucking cool. But again, that would be a bit too much, but that is something I would love to see. But then again, that is sort of how I think. Finally, we have on the list is how many hours do you have on both Dying Light 2 and Payday 3? Too much. For Dying Light 2, it would be 1.2k hours. As for Payday 3, it will be 936 hours. So yeah, I don't really do much. I have a few left, and what made you want to start a YouTube channel? Was it a YouTuber that got into you wanting to become one, or was it just something you did? There's a lot of YouTubers I can actually think of in top of my head when it comes to YouTubers like inspiring me. The ones that really come to mind would be Smosh, Smosh, Team Edge, KSI before he became washed out, and then we also have Dan TDM, and then finally.
How many times have I said, I want a woman that could crush my head in between her thighs?
Yeah, that's it. Those are the ones that really come to my mind. Those are the YouTubers that really inspired me to start my YouTube channel. Yeah, that's all I can pretty much say. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say. Anyway, we also have one more question from a very good friend of mine, who happens to be my brother's fiance's sister. I'm obviously gonna keep her name secret because for privacy reasons. If your YouTube channel was a movie, what would the title be, genre, and plot twist? Oh boy. Anyway, for movie-wise, there are two features that comes to mind. One of them being, there was a movie that Logan Paul made a while ago that was like so bad. I would say that's how I would describe my very first few months of my channel, because it was so bad that I would ask myself, how the fuck did I even make this happen? So it would be the Logan Paul movie that was like very fucking horrible, but now I would say it's like Real Steel, which is a robot boxing movie, which is cool, but it's not really mind-blowing, if that makes sense. As for genre, action-paced. I am a fucking sucker for action-paced because I cannot sit still for more than 5 seconds without losing my fucking mind. And for plot twist, I got someone pregnant and ran away. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really think of something else. Again, I am not good with plot twists, but I have to make one is, I got someone pregnant, but turns out I did not actually get the person pregnant. It was someone else. A clone of mine. I don't know. Something stupid. But either way, that's all I can say. Hello, it's me again, from the future, editing this, but either way, there are some questions that I did not give out a very proper answer, so I'm going to go back and try them. So the first one was, from one of the questions I answered was, I forgot the last part is, and if so, would you try playing Dead Island Riptide? I highly doubt it, because Dead Island is one of those franchises where it's cool, but it's not really something that I would really play, if that makes sense, because while sure it looks cool and it's like one of the reasons why Dying Light exists in general, but if I had to really try it out, I highly doubt it because I'd probably forget about it. But I would love to try it, but I would sadly not really play it. As for the zombie genre, there was one more game I forgot to like include in the video, and that was something called SAS Zombie Assault 4. And I played that at school when during like computer class specifically, where my friend sort of introduced me to the game franchise, and from there on I actually started playing the game. For some of you that know it, then I am proud of you. You are as old as me probably, so yeah, the old age is catching up to us. Another one that I didn't really answer properly is, did you also pirate any of the Payday games? No, that's mainly because I did not know it even remotely exists in the first place, up until a cousin of mine actually showed it to me. And from there on, I actually wanted to buy the game rather than pirating it, because the website that I was mainly using had a lot of very questionable viruses to the point where it probably would have caused my PC to have a crisis. Another one being is, you already answered this question, but I would love to have a much more nuanced answer. Which game do you think is better, Dying Light 1 or Dying Light 2? Well, they both have their differences, but gameplay-wise, Dying Light 2 is significantly better than the first one. But when it comes to aesthetics and as well as overall general feeling or the vibe of the game, the first game is obviously much more better. But then again, these two games are different to another. They have their downsides and they have their upsides. But I love the second one a lot more. It's because, for one, it's the primary reason I'm even here to begin with, and two, it's mainly because of the gameplay mechanics. I don't really give two singular shits about details or story. I don't really care about those. I just mainly think of the gameplay perspective of the game entirely. If it's bad, then I don't care. And next one we have would be, do you think Payday 3 is going to actually have a comeback? That's really hard to say, honestly, because, like I said, we know absolutely nothing about the game's future. We don't know when Armor 2.0 is coming, we don't know when the skill rework's coming, we know absolutely nothing. Like, literally just nothing. We're literally just sitting in the dark with a torch in our hands, hoping that there's some sort of a light at the end of the tunnel. But, me being hopeful, I believe that there might be a chance for it to come back. Again, offline mode is something that they haven't really talked about as yet. They did say that they're going to talk about it in the upcoming weeks, but it's been like 3 weeks since they told us about it. And is it going to come back? I have no idea. But the way I think is, they might delay it for a longer period, or they're either going to cancel it entirely, but I highly doubt it, because then Operation Medic Bag that they brought in is going to be a false advertisement, and it would really backstab a lot of the fans, including me. But I highly doubt it that they will just like throw it out the window. I'm assuming that they're going to like delay it further. But if it does come in, then maybe. There is a high possibility that it might come back. Maybe. Again, that's just me being hopeful, and I love this game to death. And I don't want to see it die away really quickly after year 1. But either way, that is all the questions I did not give out a proper answer. If there is one that I probably forgot, I would just simply comment it down below. I won't miss it, probably. I have a YouTube membership that you can join where I post notes and as well as cut features on my game. Basically, like, notes I have about my game, like story-wise, gameplay-wise, everything. So if you want more stuff to check out and read, go ahead. But that's an optional thing. But either way, thank you everyone, with the bottom of my heart, for 2,000 subs, and we're still growing, somehow. Thank you for being with me. I went from being no one knowing who the fuck I am, to, I guess, someone that actually, or a lot of people that know me, in general. Am I loved? Probably not. Considering, like, the questionable topics I have talked about that caused a hellfire to raise. Considering my choices. If I say one thing, then the other fan base is going to lynch me. If I say something else, then I'm probably going to be put into a hole they're gonna bury me in. But either way, I know everyone is not going to love me, but hey, that's life. What can I do about it? Either way, I will remain to my opinions. No one is going to be able to change my thoughts unless something happens, and I will stick to that opinion that I have. But either way, even if it causes my channel to take a very huge dent, I don't really care about it. But either way, thank you everyone for being with me, and thank you for those who have sticked on with me on the journey. From someone that barely had any idea on how to edit videos to actually having some experience. So thank you for being with me. Take care of each other, treat each other with respect, show some kindness and love to another. But this is a family-friendly channel with quotation marks. But either way, thank you, and I will see each and every one of you next time. Goodbye.